Every day when we're on the road, people around us endanger themselves and others by using their phones while driving. They think they're hiding it, but we've all seen them and know exactly who they are. For instance, there's the sneak-a-peeker who darts their eyes between the road and their texts. There's also the got-a-ticketer, looking upset because they just got a ticket for using their phone while driving. And what about the fast scroller who can't drive 5 minutes without updating their social feeds? Or the nightlighter, who has that mysterious glow illuminating the inside of their car after dark. Do any of these sound familiar? If they remind you of yourself or someone you know, rethink your behavior before you find yourself becoming the fender benderer, the veering off the roader, or worst of all, the driver who killed someone. Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
Oh.
I knew it would hit you.
Rotten eggs.
Oh, his butt and his mouth. He is dying from both ends.
That is rough. Hello, gorgeous. I'm awake now with Pablo and what comes out of both ends of this dog. Easton, how you let this dog lick you repeatedly. Oh, and now he's attempting to lick my baby. Get away.
No, it's called love, and he'll protect us.
There we go. All right. Happy Monday.
True
Happy bonus episode. Before we get
Bobby,
it.
I'm sorry she said that. I can tell it hurt your feelings.
Oh,
I know.
God. Come off it. Before we get this bonus poppin', Val Kilmer passed away last week. Yeah. Isn't that's
devastating?
Yeah, and the last post that he did, it looks like a watercolor to me. It's like a campfire, and it says, it's got that late night glow, cool tones with a low burn, like when the campfire cools down, but you're still wide awake. I think he painted this.
I'm assuming he did.
It's a 12 by 20 plexi glazed, signed and ready to hang, and you can get it at valkilmer.com. And obviously the comment section was flooded with just like rest in peace. I mean, he had throat cancer and he died of pneumonia, and he was 65, which is like baby.
Yeah, I mean, just a
That is
year
young.
past dad, so that's very young, in my opinion.
It's just heartbreaking. Can I tell you on along the lines of like fighting for your life, right? So I read that Teddi Mellencamp's doctors found 4 more tumors, and she stated, I'm in the fight of my life, of my family's life. But before I saw that, I was online, and I'm not going to say what publication wrote this and why they would choose to write this, but it was a publication that interviewed a doctor who is not Teddi's doctor. And the way he talked about basically what she is diagnosed with, it was so gross. I was like, why in the world, number one, would this doctor say these things? Teddi is not his patient. Shut up and go away.
Well, that's like doctor-patient confidentiality.
Again, but it's not her doctor. He's just saying, like, in cases that I've seen like this, and I could not believe that this publication would even write his words down. Because
so did her real doctor leak it to this doctor who leaked it?
No.
Or did he just look up her file?
I think he just said, what he's seen in the news about Teddi and what she's fighting and how the melanoma then spread and that there's tumors in her brain and in her lungs. And I just found it distasteful what this doctor would write, especially because I know of people, including our own grandmother, who was battling cancer for many years, and I just find the mind to be such a powerful thing. The doctors for Mimi, when she had ovarian cancer, they were like, you have 2 months to live. And I was in like the 6th grade, maybe even younger. And she lived for over 5 more years. So, and science has come so far. And again, I just find the brain to be a very powerful thing, and the mind and the spirit and what you need to go and do to kind of keep your spirits high. So, I also wanted to send like all the love and prayers to Teddi and her family, because Sorry, you guys. I brought a nanny on who starts next. Or no.
Don't
When
point
this
at me
airs,
when you
she'll
say
be
this
here.
shit.
No, but
I brought a nanny on.
I know. I'm telling you.
No.
I'm trying to tell you that I'm very excited because
Aren't we all?
I'll be able to do things like podcasts without a baby on my lap because Ocean is with Gigi at dance, and we're just all trying to make it work. Some extra hands
here.
on deck is going to be very helpful.
Yes.
On a lighter note, I'm excited because we moved on to round 2 of our bracket, and we're going to touch on that at the end of the episode because you guys voted. I don't know who the winners are, but we're down to our Elite 8, and after this, it's going to be
Final Four.
Final Four. Is that what it's called? The Final Four.
Yep.
So it goes Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final Four.
National Championship.
I love this. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Erika Jayne, is she leaving the show? She was listed as a former Real Housewife in an ad for an upcoming live appearance in Camden. Did you see this?
I saw that.
Yeah.
But do we believe it?
I don't believe it.
I feel like well, has she told you anything? I feel like you guys talk enough and are close enough that you would have been hearing something through the grapevine.
I've heard nothing through the grapevine. Nothing through the grapevine. I think when you have a platform like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, it just pushes so many other things for you. And I think that that's like a common misconception about people on shows is they're like, they need the check. They need the check. Check's great, but like nobody is providing their lifestyle as is strictly off of the money that they're making from a show like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills or any other show. Like it is strictly, I believe, a platform to parlay your career into other directions.
Yeah, it's I feel like it just gives you a platform to do a lot of things.
100%. I don't believe that she's leaving. Just my take.
I don't either.
I
did see that though.
She had a great season. She had a great season. And
I feel like it's only going to get better for her too.
yeah, like she's come out of so much crap and now she can like film a show and have fun.
Yeah.
And like go out and not have to worry about all the things she had to worry about in the past.
Yeah.
You know, she like redid her house to feel like herself. It's like only up from here, baby. Let's like continue to document this incredible journey.
Well, I would love to see it.
Did you watch?
So give the Bravo fans what they want, right?
Yeah. Well, did you watch?
Yes, I watched the
reunion?
Part 1.
How did you feel about it?
I like it. And I won't lie, I really am into Dorit.
Yeah, Dorit is slaying.
And that was the other thing. When they said, and I'm jumping ahead because all of it was so good, but when they all said that Dorit changed,
Let's talk about that. Tell me how you feel.
Well, right when she said that, I even said out loud, I go, what? She got a backbone? It's like she now is standing up. She has a voice. It's like she's changed. She's not docile and we can't force her around. It's like, she has a voice? Is that what's so crazy to you bitches?
Right, like someone messed with her so much that she was like, and now you're going to see a different side of me.
Yeah, I was taken to war, so I got my boots fucking laced.
100%.
And I love how Bose fucks with Dorit being so high up in Apple, Netflix, all of these things that Bose is seeing Dorit as like somebody who is standing on business.
I love that you just said that.
Because
they have a real thick friendship.
Yeah.
And I did have a lot of respect for Garcelle in the sense that Bo said, I went to Garcelle when I was cast for the show. Keep in mind, I've seen the show before. She like didn't try to pretend like she
said
hadn't.
I'd watched it before.
Yep.
I knew, but I didn't know how much time that you do spend together, that these stories are real, that these feelings are real. And
right.
Even for you, when you were on it, I was like, yeah, she's on it. I've been a part of it here and there, but like with you coming home and seeing the effect that it has on you, it's brutal.
It is brutal.
Really
it
brutal.
Is brutal. And Bose had a great first season, but I had respect for Garcelle in the sense that she didn't tell Bose she didn't spill any tea on each person. She was like, I'm going to have you make your own assessment and form your own opinions on each person.
I do like that.
I really hate when people say, like, do you feel like the show changed you or fame changed you? Experiences in life change you.
Yes. Like, yes, the fame. Once you get fame, your experiences and the life that you are living is going to change you.
Right.
It's not the fame. It's not people knowing you. It's going through everything that comes with that.
Right. So when Dorit was like, I would really, really be sad if over the past 14 years that she was with PK, that I didn't change. And I've been in a situation where, let me tell you, I've gone toes with people. People have seen what it's like to be on the receiving end, right? So don't act so shocked when you're the one that fucks with me and you're now on the receiving end.
Right? So I even said out loud, I was like, what? She got a backbone.
Yeah, she did.
That's how invested I was in that one.
Well, and you do. It is when you start having to prepare for court and custody and a divorce, you're preparing
for battle.
100%.
She's got those Prada boots laced, baby.
She's got them
ready.
Prada boots laced.
She's fucking ready.
And she'll be in head to toe. If it's Prada boots, it's head to toe Prada.
There is no one in the headbands, right?
Yeah.
There's nobody sexier in a headband than Dorit.
Dorit is so fire.
No, Dorit is fire.
She looked like a Victoria's Secret model when they went to, I forgot where their final trip was, but they all dressed up in these like fabulous costumes for Carnival, I think it was.
Ooh.
And Rio. She slapped. It wasn't in Rio. It was somewhere else.
I only know it from the movie Rio.
Yeah, well, they celebrate it in many different places, but they all looked fabulous. I also was interested in how Dorit didn't want to discuss PK's sobriety. How did you feel about that? New into sobriety. Now during the season, Easton, she did talk a lot about
she did,
his
but like
sobriety.
She said, it may seem like a lot, but I did like how she was like, it was in a span of a week and different people. It seems like a lot, but like for you to go to your friends I like that she said that.
Right.
I think that maybe she got hit with a lot of people saying you shouldn't do that, this and that. And I think she's saying that like, she's not going to discuss it so she doesn't have any more backlash.
Yeah, but they were taking it as he's drinking again.
Or PK literally said, I'm never talking to you about my sobriety or that because you are now somebody who I can't trust or are safe in my sobriety.
Yeah.
So it could be, it's a double-edged sword on that one for me because they both could have points.
That's how I feel too. However, on the flip side, it's like we share 2 small children, and I don't know if PK has a drinking problem or not. But we share children, and if she's witnessed things in the household, you will absolutely be disclosing where you're at in your sobriety with me.
Right. And if you're PK and you're sober, you don't mind facing anything in front of you.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Just how I feel. So I don't know why he wouldn't want to discuss it with Dorit.
Yeah.
And that's another personal thing on his sobriety if this is too much and makes him go down a wrong path.
I will say, though, with the PK of it all, it's like you got invited to the reunion. You chose not to come. That means
no statement.
You don't send a statement.
Yeah. And that's how I was going to say, even if you didn't show up and there was a statement, even when Dorit was like asked, what do you think about that? I would have said, I didn't listen. If he didn't show up, I don't care for a statement.
Vacation time is almost here. It's so close. I can smell it, you guys, and I'm so ready for it. You guys know what vacation means, right? An opportunity to treat yourself to some amazing luxury travel essentials. So, of course, I went straight to Quince. They have all the high-quality pieces you'd ever want at a fair price. And I'm not just talking about their washable silk tops and comfy lounge sets, which you guys know I love. I'm talking about their premium luggage options and super stylish tote bags. I am all about a good tote right now. Having 2 babies to travel with means I need all the room in the bag for all of their stuff. I got the Italian leather triple compartment weekender in leather, Black so the dirt doesn't show. I carry it on the plane and I pack it full of stuff for me, Ocean, and mostly Sosa. And the best part, all Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. By partnering directly with top factories, Quince cuts out the cost of the middleman and passes the savings right on to us. Thank you, Quince. So for your next trip, treat yourself to the luxe upgrades you deserve from Quince. Go to quince.com/Lala for 365-day returns, plus free shipping on your order. That's QUINCE.com/Lala. To get free shipping and 365-day returns, quince.com/Lala.
I thought it was really funny when, did you watch last season? Sutton ended up like getting sick and fainting and like didn't finish the reunion. So like all of the rest of the questions for her ended up just kind of being thrown away because she had to go
She
to
was
the
in the
hospital.
hot seat.
And I cannot remember if Garcelle went with her or not, but Kyle's getting glammed and Erika walks in and Kyle says like, what do we have to do to like survive the day? And Erika goes, do you want to faint on the couch and I'll go with you to the hospital like last time? Like basically referring to what Sutton and Garcelle did last year.
So it was like a staged thing?
No, I don't think it was staged. Or are they saying
Sutton
like,
was
to
visibly
get
looking,
out
of this, we can do that?
We could just repeat that. I don't think Garcelle knew that she was going to come under as much heat as she did.
Well, no, she even said that at the very end when she's walking out, when they like go lunch. She's walking and she goes, I thought Sutton was going to be in the hot seat, not me. Oh my God.
I know. But it was strange to me. I don't think Garcelle has been preparing to quit for a long time because she says, my hope is that we all get a cast photo. Cut to what we know now. Erika says on Watch What Happens Live that Garcelle at the very end of the reunion decides to abort mission and doesn't get a picture with the cast. So I think that reunion, even though Garcelle said, I want to focus on my kids, I'm sure she went home and thought about it, but ultimately, I think for the first time, Garcelle was put on blast and she could not handle the heat in the kitchen, so she got the fuck out.
You could tell.
That's what I think.
Well, you could tell just the way she even handled just the part one.
She's like, Sutton didn't defend me in the finale, so I'm not going to defend her. It's like, that wasn't even that big of a deal. Like, you can't handle that tiny little situation because Sutton wouldn't back you up on whether Kyle is in a relationship with Morgan or not. That's what makes you go, then I'm not going to defend you. And you hold that so tightly, like, you're a little weird and a little soft.
Yeah, no, I did like how Bose even just said, like, if you think that her telling me that you are this and me believing it, you don't think that much of yourself.
Oh, that hit her hard.
No,
the look on her face.
Her soul left her body. I could see it. I was like, oh, she's not with us right now.
No, she did take a beating.
She did take a beating.
Like even Erika was like,
I wish you were more interesting.
That was mean.
That was mean, Eric. That was, I didn't even know what she said because
like,
I was
just like,
dying.
who are you dating? We want the scoop.
We want the juicy scoop. She even put a hot take.
Yeah, she did. So I'm very excited for the rest. I mean, I think we have 2 more, so I'm freaking hyped on it.
It'll be good. I'm excited.
In more news, we have Gia Giudice. She had a health scare with a lump in her chest. It's a benign tumor, and she plans to have it removed in June. She posted this on her TikTok. I'm really digging Gia Giudice just being on the map with like becoming her own person. For so long, it's been like Gia, Teresa Giudice's daughter, but like she's pretty captivating if you ask me. Very well spoken, very smart. Teresa did a tremendous job raising her girls, and so I'm into the fact that like people are pretty invested now in Gia and what's going on with her podcast. I will be tuning in, by the way. Her podcast like just started a few weeks ago. We also have this I don't believe at all. Lindsay Hubbard, who's on Summer House, and same with Paige DeSorbo. People are wondering if they'll move either of them over to RHONY for they're recasting Real Housewives of New York. But Andy said on a recent live, it's interesting. I mean, we haven't really had those discussions seriously at Bravo. It seems very far-fetched that they would bring someone from Summer House into that mix. But who knows, because Real Housewives of New York is such a new, fresh cast that maybe they do, bop over into Summer House. Lindsay said by the time they start filming Summer House again, her daughter's going to be like 8 months old. And she's like, I'm not going to bring an 8-month-old to a party house every weekend in the Hamptons. So like maybe Real Housewives would be a better fit for her.
You never know.
You never know. I would like to see Paige on it. Paige is
I
hot.
would like to see what the people want.
By the way, T, do you remember after, I think it was the Oscars, the Vanity Fair type thing that we talked about, and how it was, I think Hannah Berner and this Paige DeSorbo.
Oh, yes.
Okay, and we were like, they did great. Because we
that.
only watched like a few clips. Apparently, like the whole thing was actually
Like a botched?
not that great.
So what?
And people were like, we don't know that they're ever going to have them back. Like, I don't know. But we need to do better about like watching full things.
Yeah.
Besides
we only
just
read the
Housewives.
headlines.
Like I watched
that one.
Yeah, I watched them interview like Madison Beer and like a couple other people, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're so funny and cute. But apparently their interview with Megan Thee Stallion was not great. So we should look that up.
I'll look that up.
We should definitely.
So I can be in the who's, knowing what.
For real.
Bracket
Let's
it
move
up.
on to our bracket. I'm super excited. You guys, I haven't really been watching Atlanta. I'm really weird with new faces. I can't say that I'm dying for the new cast. I'll try to get into it. I'm obviously obsessed with Portia, Kenya, Cynthia, even Drew Sidora. Like, I'm invested in them. The new faces, I'm really having a hard time becoming invested in.
Like investing in the storyline that's all going together with it.
Yeah, and like Shamia's great. She's a familiar face, but every time I turn on, they're really fixated on these like new characters. So I need to sit down and like get myself to be invested. It was hard for me with RHONY, and then I was pleasantly surprised. So give me a minute on Atlanta to just digest the change. You guys know I hate change.
Give Them Lala is sponsored by BetterHelp. Traditional in-person therapy can cost anywhere from $100 to $250 per session. But with BetterHelp Online Therapy, you can save on average up to 50% per session. Seriously, it is the best investment you will ever make. With BetterHelp, you pay a flat fee for weekly sessions, saving you big on costs and on time. Therapy should feel accessible, not like a luxury. With online therapy, you can get quality care at a price that makes sense and can help you with anything from anxiety to everyday stress. Your mental health is worth it, and now it's within reach. Therapy from BetterHelp is helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. It's convenient too. You can join a session with the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life. Plus, switch therapists at any time. Your well-being is worth it. Visit betterhelp.com/GTL to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/GTL. Every day when we're on the road, people around us endanger themselves and others by using their phones while driving. They think they're hiding it, but we've all seen them and know exactly who they are. For instance, there's the sneak-a-peeker who darts their eyes between the road and their texts. There's also the got-a-ticketer, looking upset because they just got a ticket for using their phone while driving. And what about the fast scroller who can't drive 5 minutes without updating their social feeds? Or the nightlighter, who has that mysterious glow illuminating the inside of their car after dark. Do any of these sound familiar? If they remind you of yourself or someone you know, rethink your behavior before you find yourself becoming the fender benderer, the veering off the roader, or worst of all, the driver who killed someone. Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
All right, Ethan, you want to start us off with your
My number 1 and
your
3.
housewives? Yep.
All right. My number 1 is Shannon Bedore. Number 3, Heather Gay. And here are some write-ins. All of the women who are left, Shannon outshines all of them. She has really showed her real life, and she is who she is, and it's being overproduced for a storyline. Shannon for authenticity. Truly not the biggest fan of Shannon, but she's been through so much in her season. I just think she reigns over Heather Gay.
Okay.
I can agree on that. That's like a big thing.
I'm going Shannon Bedore is going to take this one. But now you've got some people writing in about Heather. What'd they say?
Heather Gay, as a girly from Utah who didn't grow up LDS, I can appreciate her takes. Also, how iconic to make people read the worst thing they said about her or about someone at dinner. Good. Heather Gay, because there is just something so enjoyable and funny about her personality.
I'm a huge fan of both of these women. Shannon Bedore is obviously an icon. Heather Gay, I love that she's from Utah. We're from Utah. It was savage that she was like, what's the worst thing that you wrote about someone? And it's like, this could go really, really great. And we could understand or very left. And it went very left. And you know what? Thank you, Heather Gay, because we enjoyed watching that. Had it gone splendidly,
No show.
would have been a little bit of a buzzkill, you know? Especially for the finale. But who really brought it home was Lisa Barlow. So thank God for her. All right. Are we reading who this winner was?
Yes.
Well, who do you guys think won?
I think Shannon.
I think Shannon won.
You both are correct. Shannon got 71.7% of the votes over Heather.
Damn. You know what? She had a really great season, and my agent told me this. My agent, because I have an agent. My agent told me this.
Agent 007?
First impressions mean nothing. Only the last impression is what matters. And I'm like, wow, that is so true. There's so many people that have come into my life and I've loved them, and how they exited. I'm like, I don't remember shit about you except for you're insane.
I know. I remembered that to my core. And every time I think about somebody who has done that, who was a great person, who has fucked me over just once.
Yeah.
I am trying to get over the hump of like getting over that anger and that resentment.
Yeah. So no one remembers. No one remembers
I'm trying
the
to remember,
DUI.
but you have to try. Damn it.
But people are remembering Shannon Bedore's last season. She went out on the highest of high notes. All right.
True.
You're number 4 and number 7.
All right. My number 4, Kyle Richards, and Melissa Gorga at number 7. Kyle over Melissa because Melissa seems to try hard, whereas Kyle seems more genuinely herself.
Okay.
Kyle Richards. She walks through the fire with her head held high. Kyle Richards, because she is the GOAT, always stays true to herself and puts her family first before anything. And now, Melissa.
No, this one is, I love Melissa, but Kyle has given us so much.
Yes. So another Kyle. And now Melissa, apologies. Melissa Gorga, because she's strong, sexy, smart, and handles everything with class. Love my Italian girl. I picked Melissa over Kyle because I believe she has shared more of her life on the show than Kyle has.
I can't agree with that at all.
Yeah,
but
Kyle
that's okay. I love it.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinions are my most favorite.
Same. Melissa, because she is killing it with her stores and just life in general.
That is a fact. She turned sprinkle cookies into like a genius idea.
Yeah, no.
And I have a feeling she's going to be like the next Bethany Frankel with her sprinkle cookie line.
I could see it. Melissa, because I want to face off with Teresa.
We'll see. We'll see.
Melissa Gorga, she's classy, beautiful, and I love sprinkles cookies.
You and me. I love that she chose her based off of she's sexy, and I also like sprinkle cookies.
Same.
All right. I think I'm gonna say Kyle Richards is taking this one.
Same.
Unfortunately, there will be no Teresa and Melissa Gorga, as Kyle Richards got 62% of the votes, and she will be moving on to Easton's region in the final 4.
It's pretty good.
I'm happy, but I kind of did want that.
I wanted a Melissa and Teresa face off.
Yeah, same.
Mine's good right now.
Okay, read them
All right,
out.
I've got my number 1, Teresa Giudice, versus my number 3, Erika Jayne. Teresa Giudice, because no one can fuck with a Jersey queen like that. She's the one and only, baby. Teresa is the most iconic housewife. Between the table flip and her Teresa-isms, she is
Teresa-isms.
Do you know what that is? She calls it cumin, and she goes, you need all the ingredients. And then this is the cumin. Cumin.
Cumin?
It's called cumin, I think. I like cumin more. And Mom and I always talk about, go buy all the ingredients at the store. So I agree. I often find myself quoting her, and she is just top tier. Amen. Teresa, love Erika, but how do you get more iconic than Teresa Giudice? Erika Jayne, MVP housewife, fashion, shade, drama, and hilarious. Erika Jayne is us and we are her. Amen. I will continue to always pick Erika Jayne. She is poised and absolutely iconic. Hardest round was Tree versus Erika. Both of their lives are so interesting, but I'm going with Tree. She's the one housewife I can't get enough of. Oh, these are both housewives that have been in the court system due to these fucking men. My God. I wish I could push them both to just like.
I know.
They'll be a team.
The golden button, you know?
Erika versus Teresa was so difficult. They have both given so much to the show and have gone through similar experiences, but I had to go with Erika. She always owns up to her actions and doesn't sugarcoat anything. Fact. All right, who do we have? I
want to say Erika.
I want to say Erika too. I feel like it's going to be close.
If I had to put money on it, Teresa.
All right, Teresa for me too.
You both are going Teresa?
Yeah.
Erika Jayne wins 72.2% of the votes.
I'm shocked.
Oh my God. I am
Erika
shooketh.
Jayne just took out the face of Housewives?
She sure did. I told you guys, Erika had a lot of write-ins in that first round. A lot of people voted for her. She had the most votes in the first round and this round, percentage-wise.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you,
Yeah.
EJ. Now I've got this one's going to be good too. I've got my number 4, Dolores Catania versus my number 2, Dorinda Medley. This person says Dolo. She's a real one. Dolo, just that bitch, badass housewife, badass mom, and loyal as fuck. Dolores, because she is perfection to housewives. She knows when to sit back and listen, but also when to insert herself. She should be the lead on the show. I love both of these women, so I'm cool with either. Dorinda, because everything out of her mouth is hilarious. Dorinda, is just a classic, like a good cartoon character you can't live without. Dolores and Dorinda was really hard for me, but at the end of the day, Dorinda is just more iconic and quotable. I agree. Like, if we're talking about iconic housewives, Dolores is a mob boss. Like, just that's who she was in her past life. Maybe right now as well. But when you're thinking housewives and what makes like your housewife, right? It's iconic.
She has all the bullet points.
Yeah.
She
I
marks them
think
all.
Dorinda took it. What do you think, Easton?
I'm going Dolores.
Okay, wow.
Easton is correct with Dolores at 65.6% of the votes, and she will meet Erika in Lala's region in the final 4.
All right, so we've got Easton's. Shannon is facing off with Kyle. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that would be
You
a good
guys,
one.
we could get a Kyle Richards facing off with Erika Jayne, which to me is just as good as a Teresa versus Melissa.
Same.
Except there's a lot of love and not a lot of hate.
Yes.
You know?
And that's what we need more of in
we're
this
the
world.
podcast of love. Okay, so the next round, which is going to be basically round 3 and 4 in one, how is it going to work, John?
So basically, right now, you guys can go on all the social links, bios, and you can vote for your final 4, Easton's final region, Lala's final region, and then keep an eye out later in the week because then we will post the winners of those 2 matchups, and then you guys can vote for the finals as well.
Perfect.
So the next time we talk about it, we'll break down the final 4 into the finals and reveal the winner.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
And when we have you guys voting for the finals, we will post it on our stories.
Yeah.
So you guys are aware that is up.
Yeah, so follow Easton in his long-ass Instagram. What's your Instagram account?
At Easton Birmingham. It's my
Just like you're
fucking
burning
name.
chicken, but burning ham.
What is your long ass Instagram name? Just my name. But okay. Fuck me, I guess.
That is so funny. All right, and remember to go and follow the podcast page at Give Them Lala Pod. That's where you guys will see the winners, the voting. I love you guys. Oh my God. Thank you for listening to another bonus episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. We'll catch you Wednesday and again for the bonus next Monday. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for watching another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Did I get all 3? I'm getting really good at that.